Okay, this is a short confession on my channel. Back when I was first getting jobs, you know how I learned to get jobs like Noel, Lily, I thought, oh, I can get this job here, or I can get that job there. Constantly like when you just got in trouble and didn't have a single trouble of the mind, just like the con. Lily, I recognized that. When I got older, Lily recognized we got deeper into things, a lot of things were connected. But, if you're listening, the viewer, I know LC has a bad history of those spanking old ladies. That means I can, get an old lady's respect easier. So if you're watching that Uncle Tommy movie, it's actually really good. And this video is based off many things. One, Andre returning to my life. On Lost Family, he inflicted his standard. Teach you the lesson that people change. There's more to the story. So I'm here to talk about the Nas character today, Sam Rouge, who's based off Sam and Danny Phantom. Rouge is back from an obviously new Sonic game. I want to see scenes from her in Fortress. You keep on cutting things into bits and pieces. I want to really see her graphics in Fortress. It was there when they told me to go back to school, so it was very confusing. Anyway, there's a lot of things happen this year that let me know that, you can't be playing the same thing. And I can't be playing the same thing to a certain extent, but something faded. Like, when I was starting Zelda, I got #1 in the arcade, which is breaking something in the world. More importantly, when I became the GM, nothing expanded. When I flipped the skateboard over and over again, nothing expanded. And, skateboarding is something that you can slip and fall on your first try, so you didn't keep up with the same statement. That's why when you want to, keep on making fun of me, how many times I flipped the board, I told you to do it yourself, and guess what you did? It lied on the bottom like a bikini. You know what I'm saying? Treating you. That's why you lost when you came with Chris, because you came out Chris, that's something you just lived with. That's why you couldn't get with anything unless it's with Chris, because it was in the middle of society. I told you for 1,000 times, my brother is there to be in the middle, because he is a part of construction society. That means he's gonna compete with others regularly where it comes to, but he's food for my abusive girlfriend, because my abusive girlfriend is gonna call out my talent. This is gonna begin the thing, and now you're stuck with Castrate 2, which is very immature. A lot of things in life. I achieved a lot of things in life. Especially, when I grabbed up, 300, ashes at convention. The exact same day I had a conversation about the creator of the Gray Man, that my house was barely alive with a cosplayer. I told you things like Winx Club going all out, Blackfire going all out, just doing only one game because, a gang does stuff by the outside. Another famous statement I want to make this year, before Roberta cuts me off, was, when I watched things like Psycho Days, where I called out by Fire Force, that's calling out the devil. Because you can't have something playing, portraying so much action, especially when it got Chukuda today. That's why I stayed from anime by recreating, Classroom of the Elite, by recreating, Slime. They established that they're gonna, destroy anything that was original came with anime. So, I said, fuck it. Do things like, keep on the series, you change the graphics. And I said specifically, even though they provided enough substance, they're nowhere near original. To some certain extent, they do want to prove me wrong. I've been in the anime game for a while. I've been convinced, after I have my own anime, you still, live your own ways. After I had, a revolutionary thing. I want something racist to be applied to you. I want something to get a different context and want to go to arcade. This is not to be applied to you, because this is when you want to get serious with, so you have to ignore something. But the game does honestly want to, take the angle that, backgrounds in the era that I told you that, oh, I know some people in the anime community that you can't even think of, Lily, while I'm in a position to suck her twats. You need to get over it, Lily. Riz got Mirage, so he won a whole aero tournament. You need to get over it. While in the old days, we were going in the past, and Arrow just doing the same thing that I was thinking, when we weren't going back to school. I played Shaman King, the theme song every time. I had a beautiful moment with Denver City. Remember, I don't tell you my personal information anymore. That's what Mr. Fletcher told the most about me. What happened was I got to dance to Lose Yourself, Eminem, back when I had the big thing on the radio with Denver and Cindy. And when we got home, I started playing old battles from Naruto that, people didn't recognize because they were too busy holding on the cringe. Like Mario when he gained that whole 6 paths. Fun city, but I'm not, going there. It's the truth behind the video. People don't want to believe this person's thing is Asperger's. That's why I uploaded Fabian this morning. It's very important to recognize that Asperger's met their original community. But I know you're not on my side, because anything punk rock and screamo like Isaiah that goes into detail is my side. You're ruling to ruin something retarded. The reason why you don't regulate Ed and get overstanding is because they're covering something bigger. And whenever I say about sports, you're always going to be on something big. But when you're on anime, you're always going to be on something small. Asperger's is small and big at the same time. So you come pull there, Chris, oh, they're going around, oh, this is that, oh, cool, we're the artifact, the stupid, Lily, all the way till Print Rock, look up, little kid, every time in every game. You know, it used to be bad. You know, where I used to stay in my own little world. Only play my games and never his games. Especially you did. When I started playing Call of Duty, our universal coordinated game. We took errors out of it. You changed the whole graphics of Call of Duty just for errors. You said, oh, just errors to win. It's an actual shooting game with coordination. After you lost, me invaded my brother's community just for errors. So I have to save the video.